Another rule, take note that it is only, take note, please, that it is only an anomalous verb that can form the question tag. That can form the question tags in English grammar. What do we mean by anomalous verb? An anomalous verb is a verb that is capable of taking adverb not with it. That is capable of taking adverb not with it. Not all verbs can accommodate or can take adverb not. Not all. And for your information, there are just 24 anomalous verbs in the grammar of English language. There are just 24 anomalous verbs. And these are as follows: am, are, is, was, were, there, have, has, had, may, might, can, could, shall, should, will, would, do, does, did, used to, need, ought, and must. These are the 24 anomalous verbs that can form the question tag. For example, if I say, I am around now, it is not expected of me to say, am not I? No. The correct question tag for that is, aren't I? Aren't I? Aren't I? Aren't I? If we say that he has gone home, hasn't he? The woman ought not to abuse her husband. Ought not to abuse her husband. Ought she? She ought to know that to fail to prepare for success is to prepare for failure. Oughtn't she? We must leave this place as early as possible, mustn't we? Take note. Has, have, had. Not in every case that they can be made to form the question tag. Meaning that not in every case that have, has, had, their, need, and they're used. Those 6 can be used to form the question tag. Meaning that in some cases they are not regarded as anomalous verbs. For example, I have a ruler. It would be very wrong to say that haven't I? No. I have a ruler. You cannot say haven't I? But I have written a book. Haven't I? He has cut his own portion. Hasn't he? She had ruled. She had left before the house collapsed. Hadn't she? But if you say that she had a pen last year, didn't, you cannot say hadn't. The woman have 5 children. You cannot say haven't she. Doesn't she? I will explain further, and in the course of, the lecture. So please take note. If you have a good grammar text, like a first-hand English grammar per se, which I always advertise to you, you will see, full information and development of all this. But for the sake of this, let me just, abridge. But in a situation where the operating verb is not an anomalous verb, for example, you will see that went is not one of the anomalous verbs. Does it mean that where went occurs, then we will not form a question tag? No, of course, no. Where the operating verb is not one of the anomalous verbs, it is verb do. It is auxiliary do that you must employ to form the question tag. For example, I go to school every day. It is very wrong to say goings I. No, you cannot say goings. As you say aren't, isn't, wasn't, you are able to say all those because they are anomalous verbs. I go to school every day. The correct question tag there would be, don't I? She goes to market every weekend. She goes to market. The woman goes to market every weekend. You can't say goesn't she. You simply say doesn't. So you go for auxiliary do, and there must be agreement between that auxiliary do and the verb you are to use in forming the question tag. Please take note. Take note. That is question tag. Another rule in question tag, please take note. You need to have it in mind that apart from agreement of verbs, that is the verb of the sentence and the verb of the question tag, you must make sure that your question tag has, if you are to write it, has a question mark in front of it. It must have a question mark in front of it if you are writing it. And take note of the rules already given to you concerning question tag. That is the little I will give you concerning the question tag.